want to slow down and talk about something you and I deal with on a daily or even weekly basis. No funny today, no stats, no motivation, just a clear perspective on what you and I do every day.
See, we sometimes lose focus on what it is we do and whom it affects. It's not hard to do, and it's not even on purpose per se, but it happens.
In real estate, we wake up every day and either help sell or finance a home. Or if you're in a supporting role like an appraiser or a processor, you help facilitate the transaction. Either way, you and I, in some way, shape, or form, help dictate the single biggest purchase of a person's life. It's a pretty big deal.
I know it doesn't feel that way sometimes, especially if you close several transactions a month or if you've been in the business quite some time. Those transactions can feel like, well, just another file.
Sometimes we need to slow down though and truly remember that this is a huge deal. As realtors, you guys are helping them find the house that they're going to raise their children in.
As LOs, we're financing their single biggest purchase in their life. They're going to have this payment for the next 30 years.
What we do today affects our clients for a lifetime. We have a huge responsibility in our hands, and I think it's been downplayed with the explosion and the burst of the housing market. Let me put it to you this way. If you sold or financed a home back in the early 2000s, there's a really good chance that home is either underwater or already short sold or probably already foreclosed on.
They may not even own the home anymore, but that decision, it'll follow them the rest of their lives. Again, even if they don't own the home anymore.
Fast forward to today, and we have an environment where financing and purchasing is challenging, which makes our jobs that much more important today.
So what do we do as real estate professionals if we have a client that comes to us and wants to purchase a house and they need financing?
Well, I think most of us would refer them to a loan officer that we would trust would handle them with care. I mean, knowing how challenging the financing process is, I think most of us now have taken the time to find a reputable lender to ensure a successful closing.
Or vice versa with the lenders. Clients come to you first and they say, I need a realtor. How do you handle that situation? I also trust that you have done your due diligence finding them the best, most reputable realtor to handle the single biggest purchase of their life.
But what about those realtors and loan officers that don't do this? What do I mean? Well, what about the realtors and LOs that may have forgotten how important and impactful our job is, and they have a client that comes to them and says,
hey, can you help me find a trustworthy realtor or LO?
And instead of referring them to the best suited person for the job, they refer them to maybe the best suited person for their wallet. Uh-oh, I think I just hit a sensitive spot. Now this may make me an unpopular person for saying this, but let's just get it out on the table. Knowing what our job entails and now having a fresh perspective on how our job impacts people's entire lives, do we really feel that referring a LO or a realtor to a client simply because it pads our pocket, do we really feel that's a good strategy?
Well, maybe for the person getting the wallet padded, but most likely not for that trusting client of yours that's hired you to help them with their single biggest purchase in their life.
I mean, think about it. Johnny Homeowner says to you, who should I use for my real estate needs? And at that moment, you have a big decision to make. I got Susie. She helps me pay for my mailers. Or I could use Johnny. I mean, he gives me $2,000 a month for running a business. Johnny sucks as a lender. I got Larry. He's such a good lender, but he doesn't give me anything for marketing. Oh yes, I got the perfect guy for you. It's Johnny. He's a great lender. I'm sorry. I know I'm pissing some people off here, but that's just wrong.
How would you feel if you were on the other end of that question and you were honestly asking whom I should trust for lending? And the response was not based on whom was best for you, but rather what was best for the person whom you were asking the question of.
And it goes both ways. Realtors and LOs, referrals in this business should not be treated as another source of income. There, I said it. It's not right. For God's sake, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is a huge decision. That responsibility should not go to the person that's willing to pay you the most. It should go to the person you trust with your mother's financing.
Now, we're not talking about joint ventures or MSAs. Sometimes lenders pay to partner with certain realtor companies. That's different. They pay for the opportunity to earn people's business. Doesn't mean they blindly get it. But if you're a managing broker and you're tasked to find a lending partner for your entire office, maybe it shouldn't go to the highest bidder, but rather the most trustworthy company that will have the backs of your clients.
Now, I know most likely I polarized the viewers today, and some honest and hardworking realtors and LOs are standing up saying, preach it, brother. And some others, well, I probably hit a hot button for you and you may disagree with me, and that's fine. I would just love to know why down below. For me, I just don't think it's right to refer someone simply because they pad your pocket.
That may work when you're referring someone for a haircut or even purchasing a car. But come on, guys, this is someone's home and family. Again, the decisions we make today will impact families for the rest of their lives.
Maybe we should rethink how we treat that question the next time it comes up.
Hey, Do you have a realtor or a loan officer I can trust?
Yeah, actually I do. I've been in this business a really, really long time, and I wouldn't rest until I found the very best for me and my clients, and I trust them implicitly. Their name is...
Hey, I know this may be an unpopular topic, and you may be cursing at the screen right now, but do what we call the front page test.
Ask yourself, if your referring policy was on the front page of the newspaper, would you be okay with this? If so, well done. If not, maybe it's time to rethink your approach.
There's a ton of good, honest realtors and loan officers that would love to earn your business the old-fashioned way.
Let the comments fly down below. Do you think we're out of line for bringing this up, or do you agree? Give us your 2 cents down below, and we'll see you next week.